2023 Mercedes GLC Class First Look, much better than a simply safe bet. The new GLC SUV brings an upgraded, global bestseller without succumbing to conservative pressure. You'd expect the development team working on the new 2021 Mercedes S-Class to have felt some pressure. After all, they were creating the three-pointed star's new flagship, a car expected to be the benchmark in the large luxury sedan segment. But the team that worked on the 2023 Mercedes GLC arguably had a tougher task. You see, the outgoing GLC is now the world's best-selling Mercedes, and the company's product planners and engineers had to ensure the new one would follow in its wheel tracks and avoid flying off a successful path. More than first impressions. This perhaps explains why at first glance the 2023 GLC looks like a very safe evolution, a low-risk makeover of the existing model. But it's quite different in the metal, slightly longer overall with more interior room and luggage space, more premium in look and feel inside and out, and boasting higher standard equipment levels. This new GLC was crafted carefully to surprise and delight existing Mercedes customers, and to entice new-to-the-fold buyers out of their BMW X3s, Audi Q5s, and Range Rover Evoque. Codenamed X254, the new 2023 Mercedes GLC is built on the MRA2 vehicle architecture that underpins the C-Class, the 2021 Motor Trend Car of the Year winning E-Class, and S-Class sedans. Compared with the model it replaces, overall length increased by 2.4 inches. The wheelbase is 0.6 inch longer, now 113.7 inches, to improve rear seat legroom, and the front overhang increased 0.6 inch to meet pedestrian protection crash regulations. The rest of the greater length 1.2 inches is all found behind the rear axle, specifically to address what GLC product manager Axel Benzler says was the consistent gripe heard from customers around the world: "We want more room to carry more stuff." Rear load space is now 21.2 cubic feet, a 9% increase versus the previous model. There's also a ton of room under the load space floor, where you may securely store a retractable cover if you need to fold the rear seats flat and carry bulky items home from your local big box store. Looking good. In terms of exterior styling, the 2023 Mercedes GLC is a bigger step change over today's model than the new C-Class was compared to its predecessor. The rear graphic features a variation on the lozenge tail lights now used across the Mercedes range, linked with a black bar that echoes detailing used at the rear of the Mercedes EQ electric models. Up front is a stronger grille flanked by new LED headlights. Cleaner body sides feature subtle creases over the front and rear wheels, and they're teased out over a slightly wider track, 0.2 inch wider up front and 0.9 inch wider at the rear. Exterior mirrors are mounted on the doors to improve aerodynamics. The key visual change, however, is the new greenhouse with a beltline that kicks up to a D-pillar that's resolved much better than the existing version's slightly awkward design. The result is a Mercedes GLC that looks more upscale sitting on your driveway. It's also more aerodynamic, with a drag coefficient of 0.29, compared with the preceding model's 0.31, which, combined with powertrain improvements, should help deliver better fuel efficiency and well as a quieter ride. On the inside, plus equipment. What you'll really want to show your neighbors, though, is the new GLC's swanky interior. As in the C-Class sedan, the cabin receives the baby S-Class treatment, with the configurable 12.3-inch LCD instrument panel and the 11.9-inch portrait format MBUX screen swooping from the center console up and over the lower part of the dash. And, just as you find in the C-Class, the overall effect feels like you've stepped into a slightly downsized version of Mercedes's luxury limousine. Standard equipment levels are high, reflecting the fact GLC customers typically spend more money on options compared to those buying C-Class sedans. Every GLC comes equipped with the full-size MBUX display, plus ambient lighting, wireless phone charging, power tailgate, and heated front seats. Among the neat tech upgrades are a transparent hood feature, which comes as part of the optional 360-degree camera package and shows a virtual view of what's almost beneath the front wheels when you select off-road mode. The NAV system includes a towing planner that calculates routes suitable for driving with trailers of specific weights, widths, and heights. The trailer's properties are defined via the trailer menu in MBUX, which is activated as soon as the trailer is coupled to the tow hitch and is electrically connected to the GLC. The GLC launches in Europe in two basic trim levels, Avant-Garde and AMG line. Avant-Garde comes with 18-inch wheels and comfort suspension steel springs. The AMG line model gets different front and rear bumpers with less chrome, a star-spangled grille, and standard 19-inch wheels with staggered tires. Options include 20-inch wheels on both trim levels and, on AMG line models, the opportunity to have the black plastic around the wheel openings and below the doors painted to match the body's color. Pricing plus launch configurations. When the 2023 Mercedes GLC goes on sale in the US in April 2023, yes, it's nearly a year away, it will follow broadly the same outline as the recently launched C-Class in terms of equipment and options. The entry-level GLC models, expected to be priced from about $45,000, will be available with a choice of equipment packages. The AMG line will be treated as a tick-the-box option that not only adds the bigger wheels and sportier styling details, but also makes available more sumptuous seat trims, including Nappa leather. By the end of this year, 6 different GLC models will be available in Europe with powertrains that mix and match 2.0-liter 4-cylinder gas and diesel engines with either 48-volt mild hybrid, MHEV, or plug-in hybrid, PHEV, electric hardware. Here in the US, however, we'll only get the GLC 300 model at launch, powered by the 2.0-liter gasoline engine that develops 255 HP at 5,800 RPM and 295 lb-ft of torque from 2,000 to 3,200 RPM, with an additional 12 HP and 148 lb-ft of assistance available from the e-motor. More electric power to come? A PHEV model is under discussion for the US. If given the green light, it's likely to be the GLC 400e, which has a 134 HP/325 lb-ft e-motor sandwiched between the gas engine and the 9-speed automatic transmission to give a total system output of 375 HP and 479 lb-ft. Thanks to a 31.2 kWh battery mounted beneath the rear load space floor, which eliminates the storage space underneath and raises the floor height by an inch or so, reducing capacity to 16.3 cubic feet, the GLC 400e boasts a 60-mile pure electric driving range. But Mercedes hasn't decided on this option, and the model won't come to America until later in 2023 at the earliest. In fact, a wider choice of powertrains is not all we'll miss out on. Neither the GLC 300 nor GLC 300 4MATIC will be available with air suspension. This means we don't get the new rear-wheel steering system, either, because Mercedes only makes the option available on air-sprung cars. The system pivots the rear wheels up to 4.5 degrees in the opposite direction to the fronts at speeds up to 37 miles per hour to increase low-speed agility and to reduce the turning circle by almost 8%, to 35.4 feet. It turns the rear wheels in the same direction as the fronts at speeds exceeding 37 miles per hour to improve high-speed stability. Worth noting, though, the US is the only market to receive a rear-drive version of the new GLC. 4MATIC is standard across the range everywhere else. However, air suspension and rear-wheel steering will likely be part of the new AMG GLC 43S technology arsenal. The GLC 43, expected to arrive in Europe next year, will be powered by the 2.0-liter AMG 4-cylinder engine that's under the hood of the recently announced Mercedes-AMG C43 sedan and the European market Mercedes-AMG SL43 Roadster. With its electric turbocharger providing instant boost, plus a belt-driven starter/generator system that can deliver a 13 HP power bump on demand, this 402 HP, 368 lb-ft engine should provide plenty of entertainment. Keep in mind, Mercedes only entered the compact SUV segment in 2008, with the boxy little GLK. Back then few in Stuttgart would have predicted its immediate successor would become the company's sales superstar. In total, the company has sold more than 2.6 million GLK and GLC models. The 2023 Mercedes GLC, a careful and considered evolution of what is a proven winning formula, looks set to maintain that momentum.
Next level.